and welcome to Sammy's Bookshelf, and welcome to the first Christmassy reading vlog. I'm going to be reading some Christmassy books during this reading vlog, but I am also participating in 2 readathons. I am participating in Merry Bookmas, and I am also participating in Cozathon, which are both, as you can probably guess, 2 Christmas themed readathons. I am really excited for both of these readathons. Of course, they both have their own set of prompts that I am going to be trying to complete. So these are the sets of prompts for each readathon that I'm going to be trying to complete, and the host of the Cozathon also gave us this really great wrap-up template. I have not printed it and stuck it up on the wall this time around because I'm too lazy. I did finish one book, and that one book was City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. If you've watched my wrap-up videos, you may know that I've been rereading a Cassandra Clare book at the start of every month, and I am using this to complete a couple of prompts. The chosen one prompt, I feel like Clare can be considered as a chosen one character. I'm also using this for a long book that's over 500 pages. And then I also use this book for the prompt, read the next book in a series you haven't finished, because obviously this is the next book in the Moral Instruments series, which technically I have finished, but not for the second time around. I also did start a new book last night. I started rereading I'll Meet You There by Demetrios, which is one of my favorite contemporary books ever, and recently I've been craving a reread. So I'm reading it as an ebook because I haven't yet gotten a physical copy of this book, although I have ordered it, but I'm not going to wait for it to come because I'm too impatient. I really want to reread this book, but I'm using this for the prompt, reread a favorite. And then I'm also going to use this for the prompt, read a book set in a small town, because I'll Meet You There is set in a small town called Creekview. So like I said, I started that book yesterday, so I'm going to continue reading that over the next couple of days. And then I do have a plan for what my next book after that is going to be, and that is going to be In a Holidaze by Christina, which will be my first Christmassy book. I'm very excited to read this book. This will be my second Christina Lauren book. I read The Unhoneymooners at the start of this year and I loved it, so I'm super excited to get to In a Holidaze. I've heard so many great things and it's going to be so much fun to finally read a Christmassy book. I'm going to use this book for the prompts second chance, read a book with a second chance romance slash friendship slash anything. And then I'm also going to use this for the prompt, read a seasonal themed book, because it's Christmas. This is a Christmas book. So I think that's all I have to update you on for right now. I will speak to you again a little later when I continue reading I'll Meet You There. So it is now about 12:30 and I just reached the halfway mark of I'll Meet You There. I'm loving rereading this book. It's just reminding me of why I loved this book so much in the first place. I love our 2 main characters, Josh and Skylar, and their relationship. There are so many scenes between these 2 characters that I had forgotten over the years since I read this book, and it's so nice to be able to read them again and remember those moments because they're so great and so well written. So since it is 12:30, nearing almost 1 a.m, I am going to be going to bed, so I'm not going to be doing any more reading tonight. I'm going to go to bed, so I will see you tomorrow.
Pulls me near. I just wanna chill and do it for the fun. Oh, let's do it for your hands. Let's do it for my baby. You know you gotta understand. Oh, maybe he's no Romeo, but he's my love, the one-man show. Oh, 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 oh. Let's do it for the boy. Every time, but he loves me, loves me, loves me. Will you always have a real good time? And maybe he sings soft key, but that's alright by me.
only one who can stop the river. That man could sail slow to an Eskimo or a Pontiac Aztec to someone.
So it's been a couple of days since I updated you. I haven't really been reading that much, but good news is that last night I managed to finish I'll Meet You There by Heather Demetrios. I actually read it as an ebook, but I also recently ordered the hardcover version because I've been meaning to buy the physical copy of the book for the longest time because it is one of my favorite books, and it killed me that I didn't have a physical copy of it, and it just came yesterday in the mail. But I did finish this last night and I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. And now the next time I reread this book, probably in another couple of years, I'll be able to read the physical copy. So it's very exciting. Now, I'm a little stressed. Pretty much this whole month I've been busy with exams for uni, and it has made me behind on my Goodreads reading challenge, which is very stressful. All year I've been on top of my reading challenge. I've pretty much never been behind schedule, but now I am. I think last time I checked I was 2 books behind schedule, although I did just finish I'll Meet You There like I said, so I might be only 1 book behind schedule, but still that is not good. So I need to play catch up. I have the next couple of days free, so I'm going to try and read as much as possible and try to catch up on my Goodreads goal. My next book is going to be In a Holidaze by Christina Lauren. Christina Lauren's books, at least from the 1 book that I've read previously, are usually a pretty fast read, so I'm hoping that I can finish this really quickly. This book has a Groundhog Day kind of plot. It's about this girl, and every year her and her family spend the Christmas in this cabin in the snow. But this Christmas is their very last Christmas at the cabin. But as she's driving away from the cabin, she wakes back up on the airplane, back at the start of Christmas, on the way back to the cabin to restart the holiday over again. And she keeps going through this cycle of repeating this last Christmas at the cabin. And from what I understand, until she gets things right and ends up with the boy that I'm guessing is her love interest. So I'm very excited to read this book. It sounds super fun, super cute, and I love reading a good Christmas book during Christmas time, don't we all? So this is the book I'm going to start today, and hopefully I will make some really good progress. And then I also got another book in the mail, so I thought that we'd do a little bit of an unboxing here and see what I ordered. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this package. I didn't bring scissors with me, which was a mistake, so we'll just have to use my raw strength to get this package open. So the book that I bought was Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey, which this book is so short. I knew that it was a short book, but I didn't realize just how short it was going to be. This is literally so tiny. It's got less than 300 pages, which is actually good because that means I can probably use this book for the Prompt to Read a Small Book, which I think is for the Cozathon. But I love this cover. I love the green and the pink. It's very pretty. So from what I understand, this is about a girl named Stella, and I don't think she's a huge fan of Christmas, but she ends up working at a Christmas store, and I believe her boss is her love interest. I've actually heard pretty mixed reviews. The other people who have been doing the Cozathon have been leaving reviews, and some people seem to really enjoy it, some people hate it. I'm very interested to see whether I will enjoy it. It seems like something I'd really enjoy. It's Christmassy, it's a romance, so I don't see any reason why I wouldn't absolutely love this book. And it's kind of perfect because I can probably get this book read in a couple hours, which will very much help with my predicament with my Goodreads goal. So I'm very excited to give this a read. I might not read it straight after I read In a Holidaze because I might maybe take a break between each Christmas book that I read, but I will definitely be reading this sometime very, very soon. Pluto, are you okay? You just sleeping under the desk? So I'm about 50 pages in to Inner Holidaze, and I thought I'd give a little update about what I think about the book so far, and I am really enjoying it so far. It is a lot of fun. I'm loving the Christmassy vibe. It's a really fun plot. I've kind of just gotten into where we really get into the main plot of the book, and I'm very excited to keep reading. I'm excited to see more of the romance, of course, because it's always my favorite part of any book is the romance. And so yeah, I'll keep updating you as I continue reading, telling you my thoughts. But so far, it is super fun. I'm super excited to keep reading. Hello, so it is about 1 a.m. and I just got to the halfway mark of Inner Holidaze, and I am having so much fun. This book is just so fun. I am loving the romance and the interactions between our main character and her love interest. It's so cute, although it is a Christina Lauren book, and so I shouldn't be surprised really. They're just so great at creating funny and cute scenes between their love interests, and I'm having the best time. In fact, I really want to keep reading, but like I said, it's 1 a.m. and I'm tired and I should go to sleep, but I kind of don't want to. I kind of just want to keep reading. Because I'm halfway, I will definitely get to finish this tomorrow, so I'm super excited to wake up and keep reading this. I will see you then. As you saw, last night I managed to finish Inner Holidaze by Christina Lauren, and I really enjoyed it. It was such a great time. The romance was so adorable. The epilogue was adorable. How it ended was so cute. Exactly what you want in a book like this. Like, it was just magical. I ended up giving this a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. For my next read, I'm going to take a little bit of a break from Christmas books, and I think I'm going to read The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This was on my 5-star book predictions. I think I'm ready to finally read this book and finally know what all the hype is about. I'm super excited to get to it. So I'm hoping that I can make some progress. I haven't started reading it yet, but I'm hoping that I can make some progress tonight. And I'm probably gonna make sure I have a box of tissues around me at all times when I read this, because I'm definitely gonna cry when I read this book. Let's not dilly-dally. Let's start reading The Song of Achilles. I'm very excited. It is now midnight and I managed to read 50 pages of The Song of Achilles. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm really enjoying the writing style. It's very different from a lot of the YA writing that I usually read. I'm really connecting with our two characters and their building relationship, Patroclus and Achilles. So I'm really excited to keep reading this in the next couple of days. So this is actually going to be my last clip for this reading vlog. So I thought I would do a little mini wrap up and just show you what books I managed to read during this week. First, I finished I'll Meet You There by Demetrios, and I used this book to complete the prompts read a book in a small town, and I also used it for the prompt reread a favorite. I love this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, the same rating I gave it when I read it a couple of years ago. It's one of those books for me that I wish I could read it for the first time again, because the first time I read it was so magical, and even though I loved it just just as much the second time around. There's always something so special about reading a book for the first time that ends up being your favorite book. And this is one of my favorite books. I then read my first Christmassy book of the season, and that was In a Holidaze by Christina. This was my second Christina book. I read The Unhoneymooners at the start of the year, and I really enjoyed this book. I don't think I enjoyed it quite as much as The Unhoneymooners. I mean, it's kind of hard to beat The Unhoneymooners just because it's got my favorite trope, enemies to lovers. But I did really enjoy this. I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. I loved the little touch of magic we had in this. So I used In a Holidaze for a couple of different prompts. In both Merry Bookmas and Cozathon, they both had the prompt of read a book with the found family trope. And so I originally wasn't going to use In a Holidaze for this trope, but after reading this book, I realized there is a found family, and I was struggling to find a book that I was going to read this month that fit that prompt. So this worked out perfectly. And then the Cozathon also had the prompt read a seasonal themed book. So I also used In a Holidaze for that prompt. And then for Merry Bookmas, there was a prompt second chance, which could be second chance romance or second chance friendship, giving an author a second chance, just any kind of second chance. This is like a Groundhog Day-esque story. We have a lot of different second chances in this book, so I also used In a Holidaze for that prompt. And then of course, like I just mentioned, I read the first 50 or so pages of the Song of Achilles. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will have another reading vlog up next week, documenting my adventures as I try and do 2 separate readathons this month. So I will see you then. Bye!